Hi, Ash Bear. Sorry that you're not feeling good. I thought that maybe I would read you a story, or a couple stories, so that you'd have something to do while you rest. So I thought we would look at the Bible story, Blue Bible story, book number 10. Story number 12. It's called The Boy with the Secret. This is after Paul got arrested. They asked him if he was a Roman. He said yes, he was born free. It was a long time ago that we read this. So now it says, the next day the captain ordered the chief priests and their council to meet and listen to Paul's defense. They agreed, and Paul was taken to the meeting, which proved to be a very stormy one. Scarcely had the apostle begun to speak when a great clamor arose. Some took his part. Others opposed him. The room was filled with angry shouts. Finally, the captain, afraid that Paul would be torn to pieces by them, commanded the soldiers to go down and take him by force from among them and bring him into the barracks. That's like the place where the soldiers sleep. So the Romans saved Paul's life again, but he was discouraged. He had had a wonderful opportunity to witness before the Jewish leaders, and it seemed as if he had spoiled it. But Jesus knew he had done his best, and the next night the Lord stood by him and said, "Take courage, for as you have testified about me in Jerusalem, so you must bear witness also at Rome." So God's telling him that he needs to tell people about him in Rome. Oh, come on now. There we go. This cheered his heart, for he had always wanted to see Rome, and now he knew that his life would be spared until this dream came true. A short time later, a boy knocked on the door of the barracks and asked permission to see Paul. "He's my uncle," he said, "and I have a message for him." The boy proved to be Paul's sister's son, his own nephew. "What news do you bring me?" asked Paul. Excitedly, the boy told his story. He had learned of a plot that had been laid to take his uncle's life. About 40 men had sworn not to eat or drink until they had killed him. They had asked the chief priest to ask the captain to bring Paul to the council again. They planned to murder him on the way. "Very interesting," I can hear Paul saying. "Thank you. Would you please tell this to the captain?" "Certainly," said the boy, anxious to save his uncle's life. This he did, and the captain believed him. After telling the boy to keep his secret well, he ordered 2 of his centurions to get ready. 200 soldiers with 70 horsemen and 200 spearmen to take Paul to Caesarea and deliver him to Governor Felix. That was quite a lot of men to look after one Christian preacher, but the captain was determined that no harm should come to him while he was in his charge. After dark that night, the soldiers set off on their journey. As they clattered out of the gates of Jerusalem, nobody dreamed that the cloaked figure on horseback in the middle was the Apostle Paul. Nobody, that is, except Paul's nephew. I think he must have guessed, and I am sure he chuckled as he thought of those 40 men who had sworn to kill Paul. If they kept their oath, they would go hungry for a long, long time. Is that it? That's it. You know, God knew what was going on. God always knows what's going on. And he was able to protect and take care of Paul, because those men would have killed him. But God was watching over him and sent that young man, his nephew, to hear the story that the men were saying that they were going to kill him, and then to take it to Paul so that he could be helped. God watches over each and every one of us. Sometimes it's hard to feel that way when difficult things happen to us, like when we're not feeling well. But God is always watching over us. And often the things that happen to us, the bad things, are results of our choices and things that we've done wrong. We can't know always what the reason is, but sometimes we try to find out the reason, like with your tummy sickness. The doctors did lots of tests, and they were trying to figure out what was wrong, and all of their tests said that nothing was wrong. And sometimes it's something that we've done wrong. Like there was that time that Mommy told you not to eat that brownie, and you said, I'm going to do it anyways. And then you went and you ate the brownie, didn't you? And so we don't know. Perhaps there was a punishment for that because you did something wrong. You disobeyed your mom. That's breaking one of the 10 commandments, isn't it? There's the commandment, I think it's the 7th commandment, that says to honor your father and mother. That means to treat them with respect and love because we love you. So I don't know what happened with that situation. I don't know if you apologized to Mommy, but I think you should. Yeah. Anyways, I'm really sorry that you don't feel good. And there's lots of stories that I recorded for you before that you guys haven't watched yet, so I'll just try and send you a link to the whole playlist, and you can see all of them in there. And I hope you feel better. Daddy's got a really busy day tomorrow, and I'm going to get on an airplane and fly to Uncle Josh's house in Chiang Mai. And so we'll see. I'm not sure if we'll be able to talk in the morning. I'll try. Okay? Love you. Bye.